Hello and welcome back to WM classes. Today we are going to study yet another very important topic, that is consumers equilibrium and corner solution. Consumers equilibrium and corner solution. This is such a topic which does not often catch our eyes but is now being asked back to back by different examiners. This question with respect to corner solution was also asked in the recent JKPSC Assistant Director Planning and Monitoring exam. So I thought it would be important to share my thoughts or share the idea of corner solution with respect to consumers equilibrium. Now, consumer is in equilibrium with respect to two solutions. There is an interior solution, which we generally study, but we leave the corner solution out, and then there is the corner solution. Now, what is the difference between two? The equilibrium position at the point of tangency, which we generally study, which is the condition of equilibrium with respect to indifference curve analysis, where the commodity space is between the two axes, is called the interior solution. Let me reframe my sentence. Interior solution is that when the consumer is willing to purchase the diversified combinations, that he is willing to purchase some quantity of one good and some quantity of other good. That is simply what interior solution is. Interior solution is the equilibrium position, at the point of tangency, Which tangency we are talking about? The tangency between the budget line and the IC curve at the point of tangency, which lies, this point lies within commodity space between the two axes, the x-axis and the y-axis, quantity purchased of good x and quantity purchased of good y. That means the consumer is buying both the quantities of good x and good y. Now this is called as interior solution. We simply represent it by this, the x-axis, the y-axis, budget line, good x and good y. Point O. Now this point of tangency where the IC curve is touching the budget line and it is somewhere between the middle of both the axes, the x-axis and y-axis. And what does this imply? That O y amount of good y is being purchased and O x amount of good x is being purchased. This is the point of equilibrium where the IC curve is convex to the origin and it is also tangent to the budget line. Now, coming to the corner equilibrium. Corner equilibrium interestingly, corner equilibrium is that case where a consumer is willing to buy only one commodity, that he is not buying the combination of both the commodities, he is buying only one commodity. So, if let's assume this is the budget line and if the tangency between the IC curve is happening at this point where he is only buying good y at the start of the IC curve. This is IC curve. So the tangency between the budget line and the indifference curve is happening near to the y axis. That means he is buying negligible or zero amount of good x and buying only good y. So this is the corner equilibrium when the consumer is buying only commodity y. On the other hand, we can also explain it by when the consumer is buying only commodity x. So in that case, this is the budget line. So the tangency would be near to this point. Wait. So the tangency would be near this point. IC1. So here the consumer is buying the entire good x and not buying any quantity of good y. So at this point the corner equilibrium is when only commodity x is being bought. So this is what is corner equilibrium. I hope you understood. Thank you so much.